Hi, in this video we will learn what is the derivative of the natural exponential function and how it will be done when we have chain rule and the natural exponential function. The derivative of other exponential functions we will learn later. Okay, let's just right away dive into it and say what is derivative of e to the power x. E to the power x is the function whose derivative is itself. And while any other function with this property is just multiple of e to the power x. So this is a good thing to keep in mind. Add this in your toolbox. Derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. Well, then let's do some examples for this. I have prepared some examples for you here. Okay. Differentiate these guys. Okay, f of x is this. So we use the sum rule first. We know the derivative of x squared is 2x. Derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. For the second one, g prime of x is, we have to use the product rule. Yes, x squared plus 3x minus 1 prime e to the power x. Derivative of first one times second one. The first one itself times the derivative of the second one. And what this gives us is, well, 2x plus 3 times e to the power x plus x squared plus 3x minus 1 times e to the power x. Then we'll find the, well, we can simplify this. Yes, we can factor out e to the power x, and this comes with x squared here, 3x there, 2x there, so together we get 5x, and minus 1 plus 3, this will be plus 2. So just so that is the derivative of that function. For this other one, while h prime of t, we need to apply the quotient rule. Derivative of the numerator times denominator minus the numerator itself times the derivative of the denominator, and then denominator squared. This gives us derivative of e to the power x minus t. Use the difference rule, and this will be derivative of e to the power t, which is e to the power t. Derivative of 1, t is 1, so we have e to the power t minus 1 times t plus 1 minus. Derivative of t plus 1 is just 1, so then the derivative, this will be e to the power t minus t over t plus 1 squared. And this last one is this is the general power rule, or power plus chain rule. F prime of x is n u prime u to the power 1 less. This gives us derivative of e to the power x plus 1 is e to the power x plus 1, e to the power x plus 1, and then this is e to the power x plus x to the power 2. So those are the basic differentiation. How about this example? Find an equation for the tangent line to the graph of this function. F of x is 4 over 4 e to the power x plus x. I guess there is a typo here. This is supposed to be 2. So let me just change it right now. 2 and 2e. Oops. So remember that we need a point for tangent line. In this case, it will be 0, f of 0. So plug in 0 into function. This will be 2e to the power 0 plus 0, and that is 0, 4 over 2, which is 0, 2. How about the slope? The slope of tangent line at 0 is f prime at 0. So you have to find the derivative of the function. Sorry about that. F prime of x. Here I have quotient rule. Derivative of numerator times denominator minus numerator times the derivative of the denominator, and then denominator to the power 2. Derivative of 4 is 0, so this whole thing will be 0, and this will give us minus 4 times 2 times e to the power x. The derivative is e to the power x, again times 2, constant multiple rule, and derivative of x is just 1 over 2 e to the power x plus x to the power 2. Now plug in 0 there, you will get minus 4 2e to the power 0 plus 1 over 2e to the power 0 plus 0 squared. This gives, in the numerator, we get 3 here. In the denominator, this is 2. 2 squared is 4. So 4 and negative 4 cancel. Let me write it everything here. And then we get minus negative 3. Negative 3 is the slope. So now we can write the equation, which is y minus 2 equals to negative 3. X minus 0, which gives us y equals to negative 3x plus 2. I took this one to the other side, and that is the equation. Well, that's just the derivative of e to the power x. Now, if you apply the power rule, the chain rule and the derivative, so let me put this one in the box. So this is our first derivative rule. Now we have another one which says what will happen if instead of x we have e to the power something. Then in that case that will be derivative of that something e to the power something. Well, if you look at your book, basically if you want to write it in more official way, this is e to the power u is u prime e to the power u. Derivative of e to the power something is derivative of that something times e to the power u. This is chain rule, and that derivative of e to the power x. Okay, let's do some examples for this one. Differentiate these functions. So let us start. F prime of x is, well, this is e to the power 3x. So then this will be derivative e to the power something. That would be derivative of something e to the power the same something. Here, this is 3 to the power 3x. How about this one? G prime of x is e to the power x squared minus 2x plus 4. So we have e to the power box is box prime e to the power box. And as you can see, derivative of this is a polynomial which gives us 2x minus 2 e to the power x squared minus 2x plus 4. For h prime, again we are differentiating e to the power something. This is the derivative of that something times e to the power that something. Derivative of root t it's t to the power 1 over 2, and you apply the power rule, you get this. And yeah, that is the derivative of e to the power root t. How about this one? I guess this is supposed to be, this is supposed to be minus x squared, yes. So h prime of x is equal to, this is quotient rule. First, derivative of e to the power 2x minus x squared prime times denominator minus e to the power 2x minus x squared times derivative of the denominator and denominator squared. This gives us, this is e to the power box. So the derivative of e to the power 2x minus x squared is 2x minus x squared prime e to the power 2x minus x squared times x minus e to the power 2x minus x squared. Derivative of x is just 1, so I don't write anything there. Derivative of 2x minus x squared is 2 minus 2x e to the power 2x minus x squared minus e to the power 2x minus x squared over the x squared. We can factor e to the power 2x minus x squared from the numerator. The remaining would be 2 minus 2x minus 1, and this is x squared. Let me just complete this simplification. This yes, this will give us 1 minus 2x over x squared times e to the power 2x minus x squared. Well, these are two rules you have to know for the derivatives, and you have to be able to use them.